for the most part, I really do agree with Asmongold's takes. This is a terrible take. And you're going to see in this where he is pretty much discounting my arguments and saying I'm making no argument. It's really a frustrating video.
No, literally at one point, like he says he has no argument, and then literally
that's the argument
later,
right after it. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Well,
there's like 3 or 4 arguments I put in there. It's pretty clear.
So weird.
We're going to talk about Asmongold taking an L because this was fucking ridiculous. And though I can see where he's coming from, it's the implementation. Well, just listen to yourself.
I saw Chibi Reviewers tweet that Congress is trying to pass a bill called Kids Online Safety Act and drop a video. Oh, look.
He should have moved himself to not block himself.
But... Yeah, he's blocking himself, which is funny.
Which usually he moves himself.
He does.
To react to himself.
Again, which kind of goes to my point of I feel like there's a lot going on in his life right now, and he is just not all there with what he's doing.
It's one of those, bro, take a day off.
Or take a week off. Take a week off. Like, yeah.
Kids should not be on. I think all social media websites should be read only, and you should only be able to access them if you use a government ID.
L.
Great argument.
Great argument. I'm not making an argument. It's a fucking show.
The intro. That was such a bomb drop right there. Like, holy shit, mic drop moment. Like he's just like,
that is such argument. I'm sorry, it wasn't planned, but that is such perfect timing. I feel dishonored.
In all seriousness, though, he is very defensive immediately here.
Oh,
you notice?
He is.
He's married to the take. That's what I noticed from what I could see. He's married to it. This is his take. It doesn't matter.
And he's trying really hard to make you look stupid, which is not a great approach when people disagree with him already, is to be like, hey, people want you to listen to other people and learn.
Fuck.
Oh
my God. Okay.
No, I'm going to break my own rules and pause again. He's trying to be funny about a moment where everyone's like, this is not the time to be funny. Be serious, take this in, learn from it. Don't make a joke right now because everyone is frustrated with you. Don't make a joke right now. Not the time, not the place, bro. It's like you're not hearing people. And we'll get to that. Like, let's just play.
Okay. Yeah, let's go.
I don't know how I'm going to recover from this.
Huge fucking L take. I'm sorry. Like, Asmongold.
How dare you, Jay?
Do you know what that means? Everyone has to put their government ID just to get on fucking X.
Yeah.
Just to get on Facebook, their government ID.
You need an authentication system, but this is happening whether you like it or not.
He just moved the goalpost. So he just moved the goalpost from the original statement right here as if that's what he always meant.
Right off the bat. Now this is almost like you're dealing with a
Did you just see all of us raise our hands and go, what the fuck?
Because we're dealing with a hardened professional when it comes to this guy. This guy is fucking top tier pro. He knows how to move it right away to start it. It's like, no, this you can't do that with. And everyone picks up on that. So even if you default back to how it typically works, it's not going to work this time. And that's why people are fighting about it.
Yeah.
There is too much to be lost and too much to be gained for this not happening. It's going to happen whether you like it or not.
Again, tripling down at this point. Tripling down.
That, by the way, is a black pill. Yep. He black pilled just now, right in front of everyone, saying it's coming. You have to allow it to happen because it's going to happen anyway.
Bend over, take it up in the ass.
Yes, exactly. Like if you have someone behind you and you're like, well, it's gonna happen anyway. I guess I just have to. What the fuck? Like, are you like what? This is America, bro. Like, you know what? You know the England. They're just gonna have their taxes anyway.
I'm so glad you brought that up because the best part about America is we're like fuck you to this stuff here, and it works.
Yes.
That's what's so great about this country. It's like it's so fucking freeing to be like. I see how you say this is going to happen, and I raise you a fucking America, and it's not.
I raise you a
fucking America.
You can cry about it. You can get mad about it. but I'm usually not wrong with these predictions.
Okay, so now he's moving the goalpost again, and I knew that's what you're about to say. Go ahead, JayViper.
Go ahead.
Well, no, he's just moving the goalpost to now he's saying it's going to happen. It's like, okay, now this is a different argument. You are changing the argument now.
Yep.
The argument is not this. That's not what JayViper is talking about. So you can't do that. What are we doing here? I was talking to I'm Batman previous to the stream starting, and we were both expressing our frustrations and DMs with each other about this stream that he had. And both of us were watching it and had the same exact reaction where I'm just like, what, dude, you can't do that. I'm like yelling at the screen. I'm like, you can't do that. You're changing what he's talking about now. Like, right, I was so frustrated.
The argument is, don't let it happen. I don't want it to happen. It's not about like, is it going to happen anyway? Oh, wait, give up. And then he starts betting the chat. Oh, watch, I'll be right in 5 years. I'm not telling you you're wrong.
No one is saying that.
Where is that coming from? I'm like, bro, that's a different argument.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not telling you it's not going to happen. Okay, I'm telling you that it should not, and they don't have the right to do this, especially in the United States of America. I'm not blackpilling over here. Okay, I have kids that I keep track of, and later on he tries to say, "Oh, you don't have 100% control of your kids." Oh, you think I don't know that? Okay, but I have a really good idea what my kids are doing because I have the controls in place to see what they're doing. I am not an absent father. Okay, I'm not. And my wife is not an absent wife. We are involved in our kids. I know Smash, you are too. Yep. Okay, but this guy doesn't have kids, and I'm not going to fault him for it. Okay, because even if you don't have kids, I do believe you have a right to talk about your community and your country and say how you want it to go. You want to talk about what kids should or shouldn't do? Fine. Even if you don't have kids, you have a right to speak. But as a father, I'm going to tell you that I know what happens in this house.
Repeating the fact that I'm wrong.
And I've definitely heard him say before,
by the way, Jay, you did a great job in this. I know, another pause. Sorry. Jay, you did a great job in this, glazing the fuck out of him, and he still doesn't give a shit about it.
He's still mad.
It's interesting.
Social media, if you're young, you shouldn't be on it, things like that. I agree. And, this is where parenting comes into place. You know your kid, you know what they can and can't deal with.
Argument one.
You know where they should be. Not to mention that most, if not all, social media, I think is 13 and above anyway, and they can't be on there. So if they're on there making accounts before 13 and you're a parent, then you should be shutting that shit down, right? I mean, you personally should be taking care of that shit and shut that shit down.
I think it is parents' responsibility too, but to put the entire responsibility on the parents, I don't think makes sense. If you go into a bar, they're going to check your ID. There's plenty of adult places in the real world that check your ID. And it's like the kid can't just walk into a bar and then the bar says, oh, well, the parents should have stopped them from walking into the bar.
Whose job is that? Whose job is it to check the ID?
There's so many things.
Oh, I'm about to fucking school this motherfucker and I'll do it with adults.
First,
okay,
please,
relax, nobody.
Okay.
Please, I'll go first. What kids are going to a bar? How is this common fallacy even a thing? That's not even an argument.
That's like point saying, that I was making in my stream.
Like, I'm going to the strip club these days. Like, what kids are going to strip clubs, bro? Like, this is not something that happens. Also, in addition to, and I'll leave it at this, there is not an issue with the online. I don't know where the problem is coming in. Nobody can even tell me what the problem is. They just want to implement all these additional jurisdictions on everything without saying why they need to do it. Why do you need to do it? What happened? What happened in the past 30 years that requires this?
This is wild. By the way, what he's doing here is he's telling you, you need the nanny state. He's saying it. He is saying this. That is crazy to me.
He wants the government to be your parents. And
yes.
Again, just very briefly, he is not a parent. He doesn't have kids. He is trying to now overreach and parent other people's kids.
Yep.
Even that. He's telling me I can't parent my child and I need his government to do it.
He's trying to use the example of one poor family of bad parenting requires the government to now parent everyone.
Yeah. And let's say 25% of the parents are bad. Probably around there.
I think
It might be
someone
higher.
that was a daycare teacher, I would probably say 35%.
It might, yeah,
probably closer to 50.
it might be. But you know what? Those parents aren't my problem. Why all of a sudden? Because those parents suck, I am having to pay for it. At what point do we say, you know what? I'm not interested in the government. I don't want them involved, and just back away from my kids because those kids need you. All right, get CPS involved. Don't leave me alone.
Yep.
I don't need you. Get CPS to their house and get over there, but you don't have to implement things that, I'm sorry, are censorship straight up. You're telling me you need to censor me? You need to tell me I can't even speak to people without giving you my ID now? Because why? Because they suck? Go fuck yourself.
Can't expect the parents to make every good decision. And also,
oh my God, I can't get through this fucking video.
It's
everything
horrible.
he says, I'm just like, bro.
I told you, Smash. I told you, you be smashing that boss button.
I know, and I'm the one telling you guys, let's limit our responses, and I'm the one being like, fuck, I can't do this. I can't.
I like
do
that.
this.
I'm the one that told you. I just love that I'm the one that told you.
I can't do this.
It's crazy. He just told me. He just told us all. We can't trust the parents to be the ones that are in charge. We need the government. Is what he's saying.
This filled me with so much internal rage when I was watching it live. I'm just like, I am a good dad. Fuck you, bro. Like, don't call me out. What the hell?
I think really kids always find a way to get around shit.
Okay, so he just completely just destroyed his own argument then.
He did.
What's the point of the ID system if kids are going to find a way around it anyways?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Even
What's
if
the point?
they do everything perfectly, guess what kids are going to do?
They're going to use my ID.
Yep.
They can use my ID. They're going to sneak it in. Okay.
Oh, what are we
We're
gonna do?
back
Oh, no,
at square one.
Oh, well then.
Well,
Jay,
whose fault is that?
Hold on. I got an idea.
Okay.
Okay.
We're just going to need the eye retina scan.
That's what I was going to say.
And we're going to need the thumbprint.
Yeah.
And that way they can't do that to you.
Every time.
When they start doing that, then we're also going to need your blood type. We're also going to need, we're going to need to know where you're going, where you're traveling, why you're going. Like, what the fuck? How far does this go? Why?
Well,
why are we doing it?
He's being fucking retarded because I think that he is broken at the moment.
I don't think so. I think this is
At the moment.
No, this is his take, and I think the excuse.
I think it's a little. I actually think it's a little bit of both.
I don't think so. I think this is his take. He's been like, from what I understand, is over the many months, this has been his take. I've known it as like, he doesn't want kids, but I guess people have heard him say he wants ID.
No, not way different. Solid argument. Yeah, it's just really. I mean, I give you a million examples of this. Yeah, it's not about kids. No, and also this is another thing too, is that like the element.
He doesn't even know what his argument is.
Yeah,
people are like, it's not about kids, and he's trying to change the topic again. It's like, well, you just made the whole argument that it's about kids the whole time, and it's like, you're right, it's not about kids. Let's change it.
He's switching the goalposts.
Yep.
All the time, constantly,
just to fit the agenda to hit the target.
Which is, that's his right. It's his stream. He's trying to, he's bought into this take, and he has to sell it. But he has to sell it a different way because, I'm sorry, the original way he said it is an L. I try to be unbiased, okay? But when I'm listening to him, I'm like, he's not actually talking about what I'm talking about, and he's walking around it and saying I don't have an argument. I list 3 to 4 arguments in this video, and he says, well, this guy never had an argument. Do you know why? Because he ignored them.
I would say that you have like 6 arguments.
I might have more.
He used your video as a runway for his agenda, not to actually react to your video at all. That I think
I would say it was an agenda.
I'm not wearing the same shirt. Someone's asking me, no, this is different.
I would say his agenda. I think that's him just doubling down.
And the angle of kids in having ID on the internet is only one element of this, and it's actually like kind of a small element. I think we're already seeing the amount of fraud and misrepresentation and like impersonation that's happening with AI. AI is giving people a massive ability to totally commit all kinds of crimes.
I would actually kind of agree with him on this one, where I'm like, this is where an argument could be made, but I still don't agree with it.
It's a better argument. I'll be honest.
One.
It's a better argument.
It's out of it, but it's
not
like
great.
It's almost like when he's making the argument, he's trying to attack it from all angles to get to the point of this is why we need it. And I'm like, what? But you're not. None of these are convincing enough to why we need it. That's the problem.
Right. AI, I can't control what AI is doing, but my kids, I should be expected to have some control over.
And so, yeah, you're gonna need to have some level of accountability for this.
Parents.
No
Absolutely.
shit.
All he's talking about is what it solves instead of
solve.
what the problems it would create.
Yeah. Oh
The
my
bots
god.
will find a way. It's just like the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. The bots are finding a way. They'll find a way. They're coming. There's no stopping the bots. Are you kidding me? The bots are not. Don't worry, guys. We're going to implement ID and there'll be no more bots online. Get real. You think they won't figure that shit out in literally a day?
It gives people higher accountability for defamation. And I'm not saying that, like, by the way, I'm not saying that your fucking Twitter needs to, your Pussy Slayer 69 needs to be renamed to John Smith.
But it will happen.
I'm saying that there needs to be.
So he's saying that he's not saying you need to become your real name. But let me tell you something. It will happen.
Yep.
You like being Smash JT? You like being Mr. Nobody? No, motherfuckers. Yep. You're gonna change your name eventually because that's. Yeah, but it's not even that. It's like the sites, the government. It will, it will say we've taken this. It will wait, and then it will take more. Listen, now we need you to be your person because this has been difficult. We were having a hard time figuring out who's really who because there's all these weird names, and now we need you to just be your real name. Okay, we need to get that out of the way. Okay, but now we're having a problem with knowing who you're related to. So now we need you to start linking to your wife, to your kids. Yeah, we need you to be linked to your parents. This will all happen.
Jay, that's what I'm saying. It gets a little complicated there, and that's what I don't think that Asmongold is really thinking about because of his personal upbringing and situation, and with him being as big as he is.
Yep.
A third party or a government background check that verifies that people that are using this website are in fact citizens or real people, and the fact that they are adults of age. That's all. I don't want to have to upload my ID to every website. That's insane. Nobody.
Okay. Again, I don't want to do that either. Why can't we just not do that? What the hell?
Thank you.
How is this an argument? Anyone?
It shouldn't be. It should be like, nope. The end.
Want staff to do that. This will be hacked then? Then we shouldn't have driver's licenses.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Anything? I feel like it's very self-explanatory. We don't need to react to everything he says.
That's fine.
But I just
under that logic, let's get rid of driver's licenses. Let's get rid of state IDs.
Good. Let's do it. I'm down. Let's do
it.
That.
Doesn't even make sense.
Well, I think that driver's license are important for if you get in a car accident or if you're drunk driving and a police officer pulls you over for a way, because the driving on the roads you could impact and actually physically
because there's reasonable times to have rules.
Yes, exactly. He's trying to extend that into places where it's like, why I'm not ramming my car into someone else when I'm talking to someone online. What the hell? Like, if it's too much pressure for you, log off the internet, bro. You don't need to be there. What the hell?
I think that kids should not be on. I think all. You're saying we should turn the entire internet into Reddit just because some people are shitty parents? You're totally missing the point.
I also would argue, I think a lot of what's happening right now does go back to he's dealing with personally, and he's doing a atrocious job of explaining his perspective. Fair?
It could be right, but I mean, I'm not giving him that breadth. I'm not giving him that. No. I feel like this has been his take. That's what my understanding is. People have been very clear. Like, this has been his take for quite a while.
Yeah.
Social media websites should be read-only.
Read-only?
Yes. And you should only be able to access them if you use a government ID.
That is freaking wild and
Literally still no argument.
absolutely.
You've
Already
made
had an argument.
6 arguments already. Just because they fly in the face of what he's saying, it doesn't count as an argument, and he moves the goalposts when you do make an argument.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's moved the goalposts enough, and he's making new arguments based like my original reaction was just on his video. He had not even posted on X at this point. So my original argument was just on his video where he said he wanted this in place for kids.
Yep.
And I was like, this just all you need is parenting. And this is what you have to lean on. And parenting isn't perfect. There you go.
Asmongold. And it's just unfortunate to hear it, but let's continue.
And it should be checked by a third party. How are you so far up base on this topic? It's kind of crazy because normally you know what you're talking about.
Yes, true.
Oh, wait, what?
What they
True.
are flirt with live streaming?
I'm sorry, Jay and Smash. You guys apparently don't know what your children do, and you don't take any precaution whatsoever. I'm sorry, you're the problem.
Right. According to
I'm
Asmongold.
sorry. No,
Just-
no,
it
you
just is
should.
what it is. It is what it
You,
is.
you should just rely on me, the former daycare teacher, and I'm not going to talk to you whatsoever. I'm just going to rely on the information that the computer tells me.
Yep. Yep.
Is there anybody in here that thinks that I won't be right about this in 5 or 10 years?
This
Again,
is it.
This is
Yep.
not. This is not the argument that you're making.
Not at all.
There was a hard line. There's no gray area. There's a
No.
hard line distinction of what the argument is and what he's trying to say the argument is.
Yep.
That's what the problem is. That's why I think a lot of people were frustrated.
That's when that's when it's not about kids.
Yep. It's about the agenda.
And
Really?
he's not realizing.
Is there anybody
that.
in here that actually thinks this isn't going to happen?
Again, now he's starting to not just move the goalpost, but play a different sport.
No,
He's
he
making
doesn't-
a different argument. He's trying to say that like the way he's talking is that I'm arguing that it's not going to happen and there's no way it's going to happen. That is not my argument. My argument is that we do not need it. And he's like, is there anyone here that thinks it's not going to happen? And he starts betting in 5 years it's going to happen. I bet I'm right.
We are arguing tonight, talking about the restrictions of kids on the internet. That's not what the issue is here. They're using the kids as a way to push an agenda. And I think we all know that right now. And so, so while we are discussing the whole kids and internet thing, the overarching problem is they're trying to use the kids to push the agenda. And we all know that. And I want to be very clear about that.
It's the Trojan horse.
It is
Yeah.
the Trojan horse. Exactly.
Yeah.
You won't be right? Okay. Let's save the VOD. I will be accepting apologies in 5 to 10 years.
Again, he's going back to the I'm right about this. Like, no one is arguing that, bro. That's not what the fight is.
Yeah.
This is an obvious trend. It's obviously going in this direction. That's the way it is. You cannot like it. You can get mad about it. But what I'm saying isn't a lie. Again, I don't like having to convince people. I hate trying to go against people's like just gut reaction, you know, oh my God, no, I disagree with this thing, because you're not arguing with people that are behaving in logical things. You're saying, oh, well, this will happen, and defending it and also not defending it. Which is it? Well, it's all three, depending on which the implementation is. So, like, for example, I think that there's going to be a need for some level of real ID. I think this is inevitable because the government is going to mandate it because the internet is too consequential now to not have any degree of accountability to it.
I fundamentally disagree with that statement. I think that's where the argument is, right there. The internet is consequential. I'm like, no, it's not. I disagree with that.
Yeah, it's a big part of our lives.
It's only as consequential as you make it.
Yeah, it's consequential, but it doesn't need to run our lives. We do not need it to tell us what to do or to bow down to it or to give it all of our information in order to use it.
And I think that the added accountability that anonymity gives people has given rise to too much crime. And especially this happening as worldwide audiences go online, like China and India go online. This is what's going to happen. And it's happening right now. And it doesn't matter whether you agree or disagree with the implementation. You have to acknowledge that this is happening. and it's happening at an extremely fast rate. So let me see if I can show you guys a little.
He has no fucking idea how that works.
Exactly. He's trying to build a straw man of it's happening at an incredibly fast rate. Like he's building the pressure to create an environment of you have to do this now, like a salesman almost. It's like, why? The internet's been around for what, 30 years now?
But now the crime's building at a fast rate.
Right? Not just building. It's like exponentially every second that goes by this week.
Yeah.
This week, right now. Not last week, not the week before that, but right now, every second that goes by, it's like, it's crazy right now. We need to do something. Why? Again,
so with him, I feel like he's really using AI and crime kind of like together in a way where he's saying these two things are why they create bots, which can be a problem. But because of these things, they require you to log in. Now, originally, his original argument, again, what I'm arguing against is the children, and where he said that kids that are underage, they need to be able to be scanned, ID scanned, and put online, or not even allowed online, and that you need to have an ID to be able to go online to prove you're not a child. Right. Now he's pushed it down. Again, look at him move the goal. I'm like, he's moving the goalpost through my video where I'm just talking about the kids thing. And he's talking about how now you actually need these things in place because there's bots and crime.
Yep. But are there?
He's not even a parent. Like, look, I'm not even a parent. And you guys know that just because the questions I asked you, I'd be like, yeah, I'm an involved, caregiver at the very least. And I look at Asmongold and I go, what the fuck are you talking about?
See if I can find not interested. Okay, let me see if I can show you guys this chart here. I don't know really if this is a good example of this, but you are having a tremendous amount of 1997 massive amount of people that are using the internet that are in a global audience and a global economy. This is what's happening. It's illogical to say this bill would give a corrupt government precedent that can change how the internet works. It's illogical to say this bill would give a corrupt government precedent to change.
China is a lot. Is he trying to say because other countries use the internet?
The internet grows and therefore more users are had? Oh my God.
How the internet works in every way. No, it's completely illogical because the government would have already done that. They already do that. People are already getting arrested for tweets in the UK.
So you want to create that system in America? What?
Here's what sucks is that I don't think that's his argument. Like his argument is like, oh, it's eventually going to happen. Well, no, but so no, I agree with you. His thing is like, it's eventually going to happen. So like, might as well just let it happen, but let's have some regulations in the meantime. Like, no, let's stop it right now and have specific regulations later.
Well, this one right here from
very different.
Yeah, the UK, not the US.
Exactly. Don't blink at
he's trying to conflate the rest of the world with the US, and he's trying to put it all as one thing. It's like if anyone should know this, it's Asmongold, but that's not how this works. Like what the hell?
Oh, if this is a big
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I promise we don't have to follow what the rest of the world do. The United States literally should be the leader in this.
Yeah, unless they follow California.
Right.
Problem. And like, oh my God, this is happening. How are people still getting arrested?
What?
Do you think this would decimate bot accounts? Yeah, so we don't need ID. Well, it makes it easier to figure out. And also it removes botting and other types of fraud.
No, it doesn't. That is so wrong. You think the people who do bots won't figure it out pretty quick how to make bots? Of course they will.
Or how to spoof someone else's ID, or
they will spoof them.
If you have an individual ID of someone, that makes it even more scary, because if you lose your ID online, then that gets used everywhere. Then you're fucked.
Absolutely, dude. As soon as one of those third-party websites that are so trustworthy has a crack, those IDs are going to get used across the internet to make bots.
Hold on. It doesn't even need to be the third-party site.
Whatever.
What if you're out at the bar and your phone connects to someone else and some hacker gets your phone ID and they just take it from you at the bar? Like what's going to come from that?
Yeah, dude. Now the ID is about making bots. They'll get them. They'll get them. They'll get them.
And this is going to happen.
Again, with the fatalistic, it's
Let me get that black pill and take it.
Yep.
Anybody, you can disagree with my opinion on this, but I think anybody who genuinely thinks
Thank you, Asmon. We will.
No shit.
this isn't going to happen is out of their mind. You're out of your mind. And
No, but that's not, again, fifth time now, sixth time. I don't know. That's not the argument. People are not fighting you on, is this going to happen or not? That is not the argument right now. You're trying to create the argument of that. It's like the argument is this something we need in society or not? That's what the argument is.
It does not need to happen.
Right, right. He's trying to jump to the fatalistic already.
You're on complete copium. You are on massive copium. The internet is not the same.
China would fucking love this guy. North Korea would love
Right?
this.
That's kind of the one thing that I went for is like, what the hell? It like I played the same video as you did, Smash AT, of the pizza one of the ACLU.
Yeah.
And I was like, the ACLU used to be based, man, and
then it got
now we're looking at
Karen.
This is
as it was in 2009.
Disgusting.
It's not, and pretending like it is doesn't change reality.
Do you think he's got like a deal in the background with Tencent or something?
I was going to say, he's fed posting on Maine right now. What are you doing?
No,
This is ridiculous.
Do you agree with it, though? I agree with some implementations, not others.
So you would agree that we shouldn't do it then? Because once you do this, it's everywhere. It's not.
How dare you guys be parents?
Right?
How dare you?
Right.
It's all your fault.
And
So now,
okay. Anyway,
not
let's keep going.
only are you giving the website your government ID,
Which I don't want them to do. I want third-party authentication. I do.
That's not what he said originally.
That is insane as well, because now you're trusting a third party instead of the government with your information. And we've already seen how that works.
Yeah.
we just saw again the T app just dealt with
I
this,
don't
like
want that.
photos of people getting leaked all over the place. We know which username said what. The chat histories are there. But now we're going to also get a third party involved.
Yes.
A third party that's also going to get your government ID.
Yes.
The trustworthy third party. Okay.
Party website. And if you're not above the age of consent, at like 18 in America, you shouldn't be able to use the social media website.
Oh,
So-
God.
The age of consent is different state to state. It's like 16 in some places, 15
It
in
should be
others.
18, period.
But it's not.
National age of consent.
But it's not.
Again, not anything to do with the argument
Yeah,
at hand right now. This is
Nothing.
a different thing, but okay.
Like he tries to be like, oh, hey, JayViper, he doesn't have an argument. I'm like, no, he's been making an argument this entire time. You've just been ignoring it.
You're
Yeah,
ignoring
he
it and pushing your own. Yeah.
This is it's not even a debate.
Okay.
But okay, let's just say
It's not
18.
even a debate. Well, I don't even know what
Old
we're
enough
talking
to smoke a cigarette.
about. Still no counter argument? Yeah.
There's
You
been
advocate for
counter arguments. He's
authoritarianism?
ignoring them.
So what did he handpick one comment that said still no counter argument to make?
Yes.
Like-
But he did this with the people
No,
like later on.
He's only basing this on this fucking chat.
So,
That's
this
what it
is
looks
the
like.
thing. Like later on, he finds people that were basically going against him, but he found people with like just calling him stupid to argue with, not people like with points. I did notice this. I did catch in some of this when I was driving.
Yep.
Asking people to have a license plate on their car, authoritarianism.
Oh my God.
No,
Dude.
that's a very different argument.
How does that identify the person driving the car?
Okay, all right. I'm sorry, Smash IT. I'm a police officer, and I pull you over because you have a license plate, and it seems like that it has untitled tags or whatever the shit. I go to your left hand, and I say, "Hey, can I get your shit?" And you're like, "Yeah." As long as everything's
Obviously not.
fine, you're fine. But guess what? What does that have anything to do with the digital goddamn world?
Yep.
Nothing.
And by the way, all these government sites are intranets.
Yep.
That is a major distinction.
Good
They're
point.
intranets. They are
I didn't think about
in their
that.
own area. You are not logging into these things. This is why government sites effing suck, is because it's these horrible sites that you can't get into the intranet with, their own personal internet that you can't access from the outside without very specific like permissions and logins.
Do you want to know why? By the way, this is inside information. Do you want to know why credit unions suck? Same fucking reason.
Nobody has an actual argument against this.
Oh, let's hear it. Nobody.
Let's hear it.
I just said it.
Okay, keep going.
Nobody gets a shout out from Asmongold.
Yeah.
Oh, he says it more so.
Catching strays. Catching strays.
Then it's bad and it can be used badly.
No shit.
You're asking yourself, what is social media? Discord. We've seen what's going on in the UK. Social media, it is.
Yeah, if you're under 18, you shouldn't be able to make a Discord account. 100%.
Says you. Yeah, says you.
You have kids getting groomed on Discord constantly.
Says you.
Anywhere that has a message board? Anywhere? What about
basically
Xbox?
like my line is that if you can send and receive personal messages, I think that kids should not be allowed to go on that website. If you can make an account that can send and receive personal private messages, then you should not be able to make an account there if you're underage.
Okay, that is
actually,
Go ahead, Smith.
I was going to say it's actually very important for kids to learn communication online. And if you try to put them in bubble wrap their entire life and then throw them out to the world when they're 18, it's going to be a fucking shit show. No, I strongly disagree. I think it's important for kids to communicate with people online. I was on AOL Instant Messenger when I was 14 years old doing ASL to or whatever. AS what did people say?
ASL, age, sex, location, or
age,
what are you saying?
Yeah, I was like age, sex, location, trying to just like chat with people. I thought it was the funniest fucking
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, it's great.
I was like 14 years old doing that. Like, and I turned out all right. Like,
yeah,
bubble wrap people because it creates a slippery slope of making things actually worse. This is a very democratic lefty approach to life, where it's the path to hell is paved with good intentions. Let's protect everyone forever until they're adults. And then you throw them out to the wolves and be like, oh, fuck, the world sucks. It's crazy and everyone's out to get me. It's like, well, shit, yeah. If you had the chance to realize this as you were growing up, you might be more prepared for it. So it's important to have these conversations. It's important for people to fuck you over in this world, because if people don't fuck you over in this world, you don't ever learn that you can get fucked over in this world. And then someday when you're older, you get really fucked over.
That's really kind of where I draw the line.
Box or playing games online, Steam. Steam has all sorts of boards on it. There's voice chat on Steam.
Yes.
Are we blocking the voice chat from anyone without a government ID as well? Are we scanning our government ID just to have the opportunity to play a video game with voice? What are we doing? This is a horrible take. Very big L. Gigantic.
Again, literally no counter argument.
There's already been arguments all over the place. Ignore them. Fine.
He chose to not say anything while you were making an argument because he had no response to any of it. And then when you finished talking, he said, no argument.
3 minutes of this video with literally no argument. The reason why people can't come up with an argument against this is because it doesn't exist.
Come up with an argument for it.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Smash. That's the argument. It's just going to happen.
Yeah, that's legit. His argument is it's going to happen. I'm like, what? Why do we need this?
Well, hold on. Everybody says L.
L. Yeah, they're right. Your entire chat is correct for once. They're not saying
he's
gonna
be called out.
L.
I'm sorry, he's gonna be called out.
Can you give me the benefit of a 15-year-old girl on
You need to be 21 now? Oh my god, I didn't know. Okay, so this is a fallacy. I almost talked over it. This is a massive fallacy.
How is it a fallacy?
What he's saying here.
Can you give me the benefit?
Well, his editors might have been.
Okay.
And I talk about it, but he keeps stopping it. So
is building an argument from a disingenuous side. You're like, okay, what's the benefit of a girl that's 15 being on Instagram? There isn't one.
Okay, so you agree with me?
Correct.
Great.
Why do we need ID?
Fair. There isn't one. But this is where parents become involved. And you can try to say, well, we can't really trust parents to do their job.
You can't.
True.
You can't, and we don't. Right. There are tons of things that we do not allow parents to consent their children into, such as any type of sexual content.
Are you fucking goddamn kidding me?
With their body, like tattoos. Also, gender changes. We're trying to get that removed also.
It's not left.
Organ donor. Yeah, there are.
All of his arguments are life-changing things that are
not talking.
It's not left. It's not right. It's but reasonable. I'm sorry.
A lot of alcohol is another one. Drugs is another one too. Yes. So the entire idea that parents should have complete autonomy to decide what their kid does and doesn't do. There are many examples of this not being the case. And
all of these things are life-changing things in real life that he is mentioning. Nothing to do with just chatting with people online.
Right.
The companies that are allowing kids into there are being held accountable. Like if you go to a strip club and a kid walks up to the bar there, or that walks up to the door and they let the kid in.
Okay, this is, again,
this is just
a straw man that does not happen. Kids don't go show up to strip clubs and be like, let me in. That doesn't happen. This guy has a massive platform with the dumbest argument I've ever heard in my life. This is terrible.
Well, the strip club still did something wrong and they're going to get in trouble because they have to ask for ID.
Doesn't happen.
And well, you could say, what about the parents? How did the kid get there? And you'd be right. But this is.
Hey, you know what he's talking like right now? He's talking like a politician.
He's talking about the ESRB.
Yeah, I took my son, to Southeast Game Exchange. And at the airport, we were at the bar waiting for a flight that was across where our seating area was. And I walked up to the bartender. I was like, there's a bar across from the bar or the bar at the bar. I was like, I'm assuming I can't have my son sit up here. He's like, right, you guys sit at that bar over there. I was like, all right, cool. And we sat over there. I'm like, it's like just obvious things in fucking real life that you just understand and how it works.
Yeah.
These are generally accepted principles of society that we're talking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is that like this is so fucking ridiculous.
It isn't a mutual thing. And I agree with him that I think parents need to play a bigger role in this. But the idea that the government and the internet providers shouldn't have any role in this is outrageous.
I think that's an outrageous take right there.
Okay, hold on. He wants more subscriptions, but less at the same time.
Yes.
And again, I think he's compartmentalizing this entire argument and the inevitability to this with kids. But the majority of the problem is actually with fraud, impersonation, AI faking, and all other types of bad behavior and threats on the internet, etc. All of these things are happening right now.
I feel like what would benefit him is if he actually had a story that would prove his point and be like, here, this happened, and this is why we need it. But instead, it's a trust me, bro, there's all this stuff happening everywhere. We need it because all that stuff's happening. It's like, what?
So this is, it's only a small amount. AI faking. Yeah. Like, for example, like people have this stuff happen all the time. Yeah, of course. Bad take. Parents should have full control. We need to change the way our society parents and not take away free privileges. You don't really think that parents should have full control, right? Because like I could easily.
Yes. How could this be his thought process? He's like, oh my God, he must, by the way, I've heard his dad talk on the phone and stuff. His dad had a shitty ass upbringing. All right, let's be real.
Oh yeah.
And I would imagine if that's the case, then that may have impacted his upbringing potentially. And if that's the case, then maybe he has a very poor outlook of parenting in general, because he may not have had the greatest upbringing if that's the case.
You know, if that is his view, or if that's like his history or his view or whatever, I mean, it would come from where he came from, which is his upbringing.
Do you think parents should allow their kids and control their kids to do anything sexual? Like if their kid wants to post something sexual on the internet, do you think the parents should be allowed to let the kid do that?
What the fuck? What an extremist. So you want to take because this is always going to be a thing in society, by the way. There are parents in fucking Hollywood that transition their 3-year-olds. All right. Yeah. So there are shitty, awful parents out there, horrific, scary, hell-born parents in this world. They exist. They are not, in my humble opinion, the majority of parents out there. So you want to penalize all of society for these shitty parents. You want everyone to suffer for that. I am not on board with that. Sorry.
I agree. For the ID, he's arguing for nanny state.
Yep.
I'm not advocating for more laws. So you don't actually believe what you're saying. You know that there are exceptions. You know this. You're approaching this from a disingenuous perspective. So we all know this. You're being unreasonable? No, I'm not. Then what are we going to do with a VPN? Let's say Western countries will force those changes. What about the rest of the world that will provide a service to dodge those restrictions for free even? I think that what will happen with VPNs is that ISPs will continually block and minimize the ability for people to use VPNs. I think that's probably what's going to happen. I don't necessarily agree with this.
He's blackpilling blocking the VPNs. That's what he's saying. He's like, it's inevitable. They're going to block the VPNs too. That is what he's saying.
This is...
He's blackpilling.
I think that it's true.
Yep.
It can't happen. And also VPNs in a lot of cases don't protect you. Like, it's not like somebody just uses a VPN and they're full on hacker mode and the government can't track what they're doing.
True.
Yeah, VPNs log your IP. Yeah, and also I think that there's probably going to be a preservation like expectation that VPNs are going to be held to. If this is where I think this is where things are going.
Which, by the way, I love the freeze frame of your face here because you're just in shock of everything he's saying. Which
I can't believe it. I can't believe Asmongold is saying this.
There will always be ways to avoid detection. There's an ebb and flow to privacy versus enforcement. I think that you're right. There's always going to be ways that people are going to be able to get around it. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't try to make policies and rules to try to stop it wholesale.
Okay, well, that's the parents. Okay, that's the parents' fault. Now, maybe there should be more programs for parents to understand.
Yeah.
Maybe we could try to get the government involved to educate parents or something. I mean, what are we doing here? I think enough parents have been brought up with the internet to understand the internet. And if you don't know what your kids are doing, that's on you. Yeah. Okay. It
is on you. Absolutely. But I think that doesn't mean that it's not also on these other companies. And
another L take, another, like, this is one, every time this comes up, I'm just like, oof, don't ever say that. Don't blame the companies for your own kids. That has not ever been a thing.
It is on these other companies right now, and he probably knows this. So right now, a company has a responsibility to ban any user that's under 13 years old. So what I'm advocating for is actually already the law. All I'm saying is that we should change the number
to 18. Okay.
There are so many parental controls that are required for social media.
Yep.
So many parental controls.
That's incorrect.
Now what's he checking?
Someone's calling him incorrect about something, so he's checking
Children
it.
online privacy protection laws.
The
US federal law designed to protect privacy of children under 13. Websites to obtain parental consent before collecting, using, or disclosing any personal information from children.
Yeah.
So it's right there. The people that are arguing with me about this are just literally stupid, and they don't know what they're talking about.
I wonder if they're arguing about that or if he's just choosing that, you know.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like, you literally just don't know what you're talking about. Like, I know what I'm talking about with this. I've been on the internet for 25 years. I know what this is.
That you as a parent can control. And this guy's saying, what's the benefit of a 15-year-old on Instagram? There's not any.
Exactly.
There's not any. A 15-year-old shouldn't be on Instagram.
Yes.
I don't even know what the Instagram rules are. Let's weigh the benefits and the negatives for me having to scan my government ID to go onto Instagram.
Okay.
What kind of overreach can we start seeing when we're starting to provide government ID?
If you are afraid of government overreach for speech, you should be afraid of the government itself and
I am.
the system that they're going to use.
Correct.
Obviously, a government that is going to regulate your speech, the problem isn't the fact that there's a real ID system. The problem is the fact that there's an actual fucking rule that is on the law that will stop people from doing this. The problem isn't the real ID, it's the law itself. That's why people are getting arrested in the UK right now.
Oh, God.
I don't know where he's going with this, really. It's just kind of, he's like meandering a little bit about it. Maybe he's trying to think his way through it.
I think so, but he's also like pointing at the UK again and saying that's why people are getting arrested in the UK. It's like, bro, that's what you're trying to bring here. That's
I
what
don't
we're
want
trying
that.
to avoid. We're doing everything we had to stop this shit from coming here. This, what you're pushing forward, what you're promoting, is what the UK wants. Like, that's insane.
Right. Yeah, I don't understand that.
Age verification versus speech, terrible mashup talk. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not, because like there's a big issue, and this is a big problem, is that I do think that a lot of the age verification and a lot of the internet accountability is actually being pushed, especially in the UK and in places like Australia. I think that it's being pushed as a Trojan horse for censorship. I do think that's what's happening. I absolutely do.
Does he think it's not happening in the US?
I think so.
Oh,
I think that's
what he's saying. So, Smash, when the government shut down everything for COVID, were you like, that's cool, our government's good?
Yeah, what could possibly be wrong with our government telling us to shut down everything? Very strange. Very strange.
Right. Yeah. Believe them, right? Just do what they say, because our government's fine. It's perfect.
Yeah, if you just
what
comply,
are we doing?
If you just comply, there wouldn't be any issues, guys, right? Just comply.
Yeah, right.
Of implementing something that's similar to that is bad. It means that these governments are bad, and fundamentally the laws are bad in themselves. Even if you didn't have these real IDs or anything like that on the internet, you would still have these same exact problems. That's the issue. You trust the government? Do I trust the government? Yeah, and you do too. Everybody trusts the government with a million things. You have to trust the government.
Oh.
Do I trust them with everything? No.
But you're about to.
Yeah, at some point you have to. You absolutely do. Huge bad argument, fail argument, arguments in the wrong place, but there's no argument against it.
So you spent 10 minutes talking about why he's wrong about everything, and he just sums it up as, so no argument against
There's
it. Gotcha.
No argument, Smash. You know, the argument about parenting being important, that's not an argument. The argument about government overreach, that's not actually an argument. These aren't arguments.
Their behavior, their job, their reputation, and everything that surrounds them. So the internet has become a massively powerful, incredibly influential space in people's lives. With that comes a degree of accountability that people need to have on the internet. You can't have something like that and have it be completely unregulated.
Why?
There's plenty of regulation already.
It's like, well, that's a great point. Sorry, I shouldn't say why. There is plenty of regulation. Why do we need more? I guess is what I'm saying.
Why do we need that step? Everyone in the chat right now, Smash, would have to be logged in with their government ID.
Could you imagine? Through their third party that's regulated and trusted, which
from whatever country or whatever they're doing, they would have to be logged in with their government ID.
That's why the World Economic Forum wants to take over the whole world. They want everyone a one world government. They want everyone to fall in line. And United States is the biggest problem in the way. They're trying.
It is.
If they can get us, oh boy, the whole world falls to them.
Why do you think the whole world was against Trump, dude? He hates that stuff. He doesn't want them to have control in that way. He wants control, I guess. Sure, okay. But he doesn't want them to have it.
Curious. Makes you wonder why they tried to take Trump out on the campaign, by the way. Makes you wonder.
And this inevitably is the case. And what I think is going to happen is that instead of us getting an authentication token, what's going to happen instead of that is we are going to get something that is 1,000 times worse.
Okay, great. Then we don't do anything then. And then we're right where we started and nobody's upset. Great.
Sounds good to me. Don't do anything.
Does he really think the United States is going to just fall and be like, hey, we're not going to accept a token, so we'll accept something way worse than that? It's like, no, that's not at all what we're going to do. Are you kidding me?
It is interesting the amount of trust that he put into the government, Smash. Like I am still astonished to how he's saying the other governments are bad, but you have to trust our government. He said that in this video.
To a degree, outside of obviously the government needing a subpoena to look at your information. But instead of that, we're going to have every company having our driver's license. That's where we're going right now. We're having that right now. This is happening right now. And this is a worst possible outcome, and it will continue to get worse. Why do you think YouTube and Spotify and all of these other companies?
Good point. Sergeant Sapien says, Asmon's starting to get a profit complex.
Maybe.
because he has been right about a lot of stuff. So now he's falling into the, I'm going to be right about this too. And you guys are going to apologize like you always do to me. It's like, maybe you'll be right about this, but nobody's making this argument with you right now.
Right. And I'm not saying he's wrong either in this video that like, this isn't coming.
Yeah.
That's why I'm talking about it, because I don't want it to come. And these are the reasons why. And this is what we should expect from children and parents. And this is why we don't need it. Like, why would you accept this into your life when parents literally exist? Like, like maybe parents just want to be absent. And I know there's those types of parents, right? Smash, they're out there. They're not all like us where they're involved.
No, they're not. Good point. And also, like, what even is this token that he's fucking talking about? How would that even work? If it's a social security number, that can easily be stolen. So what is this token? Is it going to be?
I wonder if socials, Smash, I wonder if socials even matter anymore. Honestly, they're just so everywhere now. They've been leaked 1,000 times.
And yeah, I used to think you needed one to get a job. And then I was like, oh, there's a lot of illegals that just have jobs.
They just have jobs.
They don't use them.
18 plus, absolutely
so
should.
On the internet for everyone when just the kids or the parents' phone. This again, kids are only a small component to this.
No one seemed to care then, but as
kids are only a small component of this, which is a very strange comment from someone who was making such a massive deal about the kids being a massive part of all of this.
Which is why we need it, right? But this is a small component. But that's why we need it. My original statement says.
He just moved his own goalpost.
He's been moving it the whole time, bro.
Asmon cares now. No, he doesn't care about Twitch.
Wait a second. Let me listen to that again.
Twitch, not 18 plus about this. Showing the chicks on Twitch, not 18 plus. Absolutely should be. No one seemed to care then. But
do you know why it changed?
Because he fixed it.
It's because I did care then. And I advocated for changing it. And along with a bunch of other people, advocated for changing it, and it was changed.
But what's changed? They logging in? I don't understand what changed.
What has changed? Yeah.
Nothing. They can market 18 plus. That's been a thing. They still don't do it. I just went and found one with 5,500 viewers that should be 18 plus and is not marked 18 plus.
I did care then. You can just go back and look at my videos. It's a fact.
Don't ever. You know what? By the way,
challenge the internet.
Yeah, you never challenge the internet. You don't do that. Don't say, "Oh, look at what I said." Go. Oh boy.
Asmon cares now. No, he doesn't care about Twitch. Sorry. He actually has recently gone into the just chatting and said how it's not a problem. That actually happened.
No, it's not a problem because you have to be logged in. You have to be logged in and you have to say that you're 18.
So it's not a problem. But on Twitch, again, if you're not marking your stream 18 plus,
you can just
doesn't matter.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Which, by the way, too, a token does not resolve the problem of if a 14 or 15-year-old wants to make an account and pretend they're older, they can do that. Get their parents' credit card, find it saved on the computer somewhere, put it in. Trust me, kids are very resourceful when it comes to this stuff. They'll find it.
They'll figure it out. Your little token ain't gonna protect them. Little Timmy's gonna find a way. He's gonna be like, "Oh, my dad's asleep."
Little Timmy's gonna find his bra stream. All right, it's gonna happen.
Little Timmy's gonna be like, "My dad's asleep. I got his phone."
Yep, exactly.
He's gonna go log in on your auth token.
Kage says, "Smash, did Asmon bump his head like Henry did in KCD2? Like, what is this take, bro? It's so bad. We tried to prepare you guys before we started the stream. I was like, we knew this is going to be rough, but
it is rough."
No, they don't. Yes, they do. You know, it's not the same. It absolutely is. Why are you so disingenuous?
That's like the 5th time someone said stop being disingenuous.
It's happened a few times, yeah.
Such a disingenuous take the entire time.
I'll pull up a message and I'm just going to pull up a random person. What do you think I'm being disingenuous about? How is it not the same?
I think he just does this for a while now, by the way.
What, just
pulling up random people and arguing with them?
There's no like, how long?
I don't know if he even.
Oh my God, this goes on for another like.
He talks and talks and talks and talks to people.
Meanwhile, we have like a
real crisis,
epidemic going on in the country right now. And
yeah, we've got enough crisis going on. Can we take care of those and not this thing that no one is asking for except Asmon?
Yep, exactly. Oh my God, that's something. Jay, thank you so much for joining tonight, man. I appreciate you. And thanks again. We'll talk soon. All right.
Take care, dude. Bye, chat.